If this life I wanna live it, if it's about money I gotta get it. Fast cars, designer clothes, blowing gas for fine hoes. I gotta do whatever best for me, and what I'm doing is my destiny. No, all praises due, 'cause I'm nothing if it wasn't for you. Live life.
I am your host, G Seal. We got Tim Mobley, aka Budda, back in the house. Budda say what's up and what's happening.
What up, people? Truly a blessing once again. Be hollering at the world. Before I get off into what we doing, I want to say a special shout out to Young Men Ministry, Bad Boys, Good Men, and Pastor Corey Brooks in the shot and all their good work over there in the O Block. I follow him on a daily basis. But yeah, man, picking up where we left off at Parnell Pirates, man, taking me back. Had to take myself way back in time.
Yeah, that's a lot of people didn't know about that. I didn't know about that, bro. So you definitely, striking chords. Continue on, Parnell Pirates. Let's finish from there, bro.
Shit, it was like we had watched movies. Some of the older guys, they had been to high school and saw different movies and all that. I was just a kid in all its truest sense. Worried about Billy Snow and I want to be on my sled and ride my bike type shit. I wasn't thinking about gang banging, gangs, nothing. Furthest thing from my mind, I was also being a kid.
Right.
True middle class son.
Yes, sir.
Guys come along and disrupt my life and send me down the path that I didn't choose to be on early on. I was just trying to defend myself, my brother, and it became others. We started our whole little thing, Parnell Pirates.
Yes, sir.
So, what was the crazy part about this? Is that looking back, those guys, instead of making us what they were, trying to coerce us, cajole, or, manipulate, whatever the case may be,
right.
Put us on their team, they made us their direct enemies.
Right.
In the truest sense.
Yeah, that's what you said in the last part that, instead of them trying to recruit y'all, they kept on beating y'all up and robbing y'all.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
Right. So I'm gonna push forward just a little bit because you can reiterate off the Parnell Pirates, but we had got as far as like, the guys coming together making Parnell Pirates, but it got as far as everybody going to school and going their ways and came back as Black Stone and Vice Lord.
Right. And that was the beginning of a whole other chapter.
Right.
By the time, man, I hit 8th grade, I had been exposed to the world. We had been battling for a couple of years at like that point. It was shit straight out of the comic books and TV. We was at a full-scale war.
Yeah.
Smash on sight.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was deadly crazy. But as we kept moving along, those wars just was crazy.
Right. I mean, I've heard, a few stories myself, how crazy it was, but, how real and serious it was, and for y'all too, because, y'all led the way and made the way for us and the generations after me, you know what I'm saying? But it was to the point that, man, you couldn't really go like up to Halsted, which was like 4, 5 blocks, 6 blocks from Wallace and Parnell. You had to really group up. Hey, y'all, I gotta go get this neighbor, this bro, to
Oh,
go to the store for your mom to get some ketchup or some tomato paste for the spaghetti. And everybody had to do this.
yeah, yeah. So quick story. All those stories is true, man. To go get a gallon of milk, I had to come up with all type of lies and shit because my brother wasn't around, or the whole little 14-man crew we had wasn't around to go get a gallon of milk.
Right.
Sometime I would sneak up there and get my ass scraped up. I mean, kicked in the middle of the street. This shit was crazy, but back then, we had no say, no control, no nothing, man. We used to be out sitting on the corner of 128th and Waller.
Yeah.
And guys literally would ride up on a bike. One guy on the handlebars, guy jump off and start shooting, man. I hear on the side of that mailbox.
Man, right,
Bullet,
right.
buckshot hitting the mailbox, man. I'm sitting there praying that I don't get shot or a dude that's run up on the mailbox. Then, man, that shit got to be a daily occurrence. Some of the older guys vamped. That's one of, man, our elders back then.
Yes, sir.
Killer, Pepper.
Yes,
It
sir.
was like, man, count off them bullets, man. Guys didn't have all the guns they now, 30 clips and
Yeah.
100 shots and all this shit,
Yeah.
man. He was lucky to have six bullets in a gun.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, man, we would sit off to the side and count off the bullets. Man, that's one shot. That's 3 shots, man. When they get down to 6, man, we'll be throwing rocks and bottles and shit, trying to chase them back.
Wow.
Straight cartoon type shit.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
this shit was going on. And so, man, we didn't have no guns really.
Right.
At all.
Uh-huh.
So, man, we used to do like guerrilla warfare tactics. Like, man, we'd climb up in a tree in the summertime and wait on a guy to walk past drunk in the middle of the night and just jump out the tree on his ass and beat him up or some shit.
Right.
Like, man, we'd slide up under a car or some shit, hide in the bushes, ski my ass up.
Right.
And, man, we'd bust out and whoop them motherfuckers because, man, these guys literally was grown.
Yeah.
Some of the folks, man, well, he's younger than us, but these were like legendary names from, man, our land back in the day, like Rat, Colfax,
Right.
10 Cent, Newt, Sane, Johnny Maps,
Yeah.
these guys, like, man, like our hood legends.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Man, shout out to them guys too, man. Shout out some of them still around too and living and still around in the hood, man. Helping the hood too.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah, man. To even still be alive now, I tell brother, some of the shit I went through growing up.
Right.
All that shit, a lot of brothers didn't make it or they died of various causes over these years,
Yeah.
And although I'm still alive, I'm sitting in prison, it can always be greater and better.
Right.
Sunshine on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, the 128th Street was crazy as hell at different times, man, back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, as we was evolving, brothers catching cases, we was going tit for tat, back and forth.
Yeah.
And just so happened, real talk, like, some of our guys, they wind up catching cases. The folks came to court on them, or the girls came to court on them, and had got quite a few of our guys locked up.
Yeah.
And this was like mid-'80s, and we had a real generation shift change by 1985. 84, 85. I was just coming out of grammar school. We had a real shift. Somebody had to rise to the top. And,
Yeah.
it wasn't not, I won't say force, or, that somebody had to take bold and fill some shoes.
Yes, sir.
One brother did, who Mustafa, he filled some big shoes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mustafa.
Shout out to Mustafa. Yes, sir.
Right, man. That's the brother that's doing Young Man Ministry, man. My mentor, my brother. I love him.
Yes, sir.
Ever since I was a little boy, I look up to him. I still do right now today. But yeah, he was filling some big shoes. Real huge shoes, man. We had got a few other numbers, but we were just trying to find our way, and we were just evolving, linking up in the city with other songs, Vice Lords, you know, the whole pinball, everybody riding on the five back then.
Right.
Life was totally different than what you see today in the shop.
Right.
Everything was organized and structured. I hear that those terms all the time now.
Yeah.
Guys, the politicians even say, you know, they miss the structure of the city. Like
yeah, definitely.
The craziest shit I ever heard, because I've been sitting in prison 30 years. But yeah, so man, the brother, he filled them shoes, and through happenstance and bullshit, you know, I wind up filling them shoes. You know, I ain't gonna get into all the details of what happened, but I wind up filling some big shoes. His shoes and the brothers that was before us. And life changed drastically for me again. You know, I went from just being a kid to trying by default. Somebody had to do something, because we were still at an all-time war. Not only the folks from around our area, from like 128th Street, they was organized and structured. They had folks for, I want to say, the next 50 blocks going north.
Right.
So man, we was the end of the bus line on the Halston bus line. CTA.
Right.
For like 127. So everything north of 125th Street, I want to say, on both sides of Halston, all the way to 95th Street, was GDs.
Woo. So it was like y'all was just a little patch. We was just a little patch way in the back.
Yeah, man, and we only had 2 or 3 blocks on our side of Halston, you know, going east.
Right.
And they had like Union, Emerald, and everything else on west, back towards suburb Cal Park.
Yeah.
Shit was but guys talking about numbers and opposition, man, we was like outnumbered like 100 to 1, because they could have called down to the next GD set, you know, from 123rd, 122nd, 119th.
Yeah.
There's folks all the way down.
Yeah.
And they did do that a couple of times, where they all linked up and come around our way.
Yeah.
And we literally had to stay our ass in the house in broad daylight.
Yeah.
You know, he's talking about getting punked. Like, it wasn't even about getting punked. It was about survival.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
Be smart. You live to fight
another day. Exactly.
Right. And, yeah, man, that shit was crazy. But it was real. All that shit is real.
All that shit is real. Exactly. It's real life living, real life surviving. Yes, sir.
Right, man. We was at Smash on Sight, SOS, as they say. No mercy given, and unlike a lot of guys that be rapping and movies and all that shit, man, I got my ass beat more than once, more than twice.
Yeah.
Fight, man. I done got my head split, you know, all type of shit.
Yeah.
Been in ultimate battles. And we was steady evolving. And as man, I rose up at the age of about 15, I want to say, 14, 15, between it was just a big shift. And filling those shoes, I didn't even know my way. I was just trying to figure out how do we live to fight another day, and how to keep from getting killed today, this hour, this second. Not only in my neighborhood, but also going to school. I'm a freshman in high school. And on our way to school, we fight. We fighting at school. We fighting on our way home from school. That shit got so hectic to where the Stones and the Folds from 122nd Street, out there in the Hundreds, we had to link up, man, leave Julian high school together. You know, we had to really team up even to make our way back south from 103rd to like 123rd. That was a daily battle because there was a high school between us, Stringer. And that shit was, I don't wish that on nobody because the folks had every bus stop it was between 103rd and 123rd and between the 12-8. So
right.
It was crazy.
It was super crazy.
And people were waiting on us every day. It
right.
was a brand new adventure. The movie The Warriors ain't got shit on what we was doing.
Right.
Every day.
Right. Right. Every day they went through it once, y'all. This is an everyday thing, and I already know they out there waiting on them. Like, oh, here come them Stones from 128th. We waiting on them today.
Yes, and we just had so one of the things we were learning back then. You know, the more you run, the more they gonna chase.
Yeah.
One day you gonna have to stop and you got to face your bullet.
Yeah.
No matter the numbers. You got to let them know you will fight today.
Right.
You're going to fight tomorrow. I thought it was stupid, but it was real. It was true.
Yeah.
Man, we stopped running and we started fighting every day. And it got more violent because we was kids. Most of us wasn't even 18 years old. We was true teenagers. You know?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to go to high school, man. You was still in grammar school a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can recall fighting on the bus one day, and some people were like, "Oh man, you call for the bus driver." I had to tell the bus driver, "Stop the bus, pull over, call the police." So we, we only like 10 people on the bus, and then the whole bus pushing on us.
Yeah.
From the front to the back. Whole bus full of GDs and BDs. I mean, man, I'm trying to fill some shoes and imitate what I had learned.
Right.
Just a year or two earlier, and it was a learning process. The ass whooping was the learning process.
Yeah.
It was just a constant battle, and but as like I was journeying through, I get off and all type of other shit too. Start stealing cars and but ain't thinking about no drugs. Didn't care nothing about no drugs. Smoking a cigarette was knocking me out. Just one cigarette.
Right.
Make me sick. Drinking and shit, but you around the fellas and you pick up habits here and there. You blending in, kicking it, and man, we was gang banging. But a lot of that shit was it was a lot of love involved.
Yeah.
Teenage years, some of the best years ever. But and on that note, listen, bro. Get back at you, man.
Yes, sir. We go continue it off. This was definitely good, bro. We go continue it off. Man, peace and love, bro, till I hear from you again, bro. And, man, you stay safe, bro, and I love you, bro.
Yeah, so sometime here today was like yesterday, man. I'm riding my bike, man. I'm on the move. Love you, bro. Stay sucker free, man.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
The caller has hung up.
If this life I wanna live it, if it's about money I gotta get it. Fast cars, designer clothes, blowing gas for fine hoes. I gotta do whatever best for me, and what I'm doing is my destiny. No, all praises due, 'cause I'm nothing if it wasn't for you. Live life.